Hello everyone, and I just have some notes. I'm not going to actually do any review on Dragon Ball Super, but instead I'm just going to give you a rundown of just the weirdness of Dragon Ball Super. So, you have episode 1. Episode 1 is okay. That's okay. Then you have episode 2 where you actually get to have Vegeta's promise and well, it's interesting and everything. But as soon as you get to episode 3, and this is an ongoing series, and they have yet to actually end the chapter where. Ah, my gosh. I just don't know. So, episode 3 all the way to. I don't know which episode. Hopefully, annotation will tell you which episode where it stops. But when it comes to episode 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and there most likely is even more, I guess it goes to episode 10, but that's just a guess. As I'm recording this, episode 8 is not yet available. But anyways, there's just lots of things that it's too much like the movie, and I don't get why they would do that. I mean, I kind of get it in some way, shape, or form, but on the other hand, I don't get it. The reason why I don't get it is because they could have just played with the whole after the Boo saga, what happens then until we get to Beerus. That is where I think should have actually have taken place, was right there. And maybe some little hints and throwbacks to Beerus actually doing some work and then he went to slumber or something. I don't know. All I can tell you is that this is just too much of a story of what we saw in Battle of Gods. This is just too much the same story. It's just that they tweaked it a little bit and made it different, so it's not like the movie, but sadly, it so is the movie. But anyways, here's just a little rundown of things of why you should see it and why you shouldn't see it. So, one difference between the movie and the series is that the party, instead of being in their backyard, is actually on a boat. Even though I kind of thought she was hinting at Trunks was going to have a party on a boat. But okay, whatever. Yeah, you get to have it first then. And then you have King Pilaf and company being shipwrecked instead of actually being in the city, and they actually broke into Boma's place because they're like, ooh, this is a rich person's place. We're able to steal something, at least something valuable. And that's what they basically did, but they stole a Dragon Ball. They also stole a diamond. But this time around, it was different. This time around, they don't get crap. All they got was just the fact that they got rescued, and it was sad that Pilaf's pride aided their hunger. Just the fact of, he was like, yeah, we shouldn't take handouts. I'm a king, and you guys should obey that. And then they just sat around. It was kind of sad, but thank goodness Goten and Trunks actually gave him food, which that's good. Of course, I already mentioned about Vegeta's promise. In episode 2, you actually got to see some cool time with the family. That was kind of cool. We also find out in the series that the Z Sword truth, the fact of Old Kai got stuck in the Z Sword by Lord Beerus himself. He was the one who put him in the Z Sword. Holy frick. And this one, Trunks is not a ladies' man. One of the henchmen of Pilaf was actually posing as Trunks' girlfriend. And what's even funny is that in the second movie, she even said, back off, or I'll tell my boyfriend Trunks that you're doing something. It was kind of funny. That was funny. That was very funny. That was awesome. Alright, so next up is that King Kai and company are still dead. I kind of forgot what happened in the movie, but they're still dead. It's kind of funny. You're still dead after all that. And what's even worse is that, unlike the movie where their house is still intact, in the series, they just straight up destroy their house. And then they try to rebuild it, and it gets crumbled again. Then they try to rebuild it, and it gets crumbled again. That's even worse than what happened in the movie. In the movie, it was okay, but then the house got destroyed a bit, and that's what happened. Yeah, it's kind of sad there. And there's no mention of Beerus being the one who's shrinking the planet down into this size, which is quite odd. That was kind of odd to leave out. That was odd. But anyways, we got to see, and this is one reason why you should watch it. One reason why you should watch the episodes is because Beerus actually fought against all forms of Goku, minus the Kaioken, of course. why would they use it? The only messed up thing is that the animation, some bit of the animation was kind of like, what's going on here? That's what really kind of happened. But, in this series, Beerus is more of a jerk than he was. I mean, given in the movie, he was a bit of a jerk, but in this series, they make him even more of a jerk. They make him even more unlikable, which is kind of messed up. I would technically would have preferred that they would have skipped and just did, okay, so this is this series should have went from movie 1 to movie 2. What happened from movie 1 all the way to what's going to happen in movie 2. That would have been something better to do than, my gosh. Anyways, so the good news is that there is no silly dance from Vegeta. Yeah, from the movie Bingo, da-da-da-da-da-da, bingo. Instead of that, it was more like you had Vegeta taking an octopus out of the sea, blasting it, then getting one of its arms, tentacles, and then taking it and get it fried and chopped and turned into more of those dough balls that Beerus was eating. Also, Beerus actually tried to defend himself as a kid. Yeah, so that's one interesting thing is that as a kid, you had Vegeta, unlike in a movie where you just saw his dad being used as a footstool. In this newer version of that situation, he was basically getting his face mashed in the freaking floor with Beerus's foot just because he couldn't get him the comfiest of pillows. And you had Vegeta who straight up tried to punch him, but he froze just like when he actually tried to fight him in the series, which is weird. Of course, you have Beerus versus Majin Buu, and no one actually got into this. So Majin Buu actually had a few rounds with Beerus, but of course, he lost. Even so, it was still kind of interesting that we got to see a true fight from them both. Even though it was Majin Buu basically getting tossed around, and also he landed punches, but the punches didn't do crap. Last but not least, this is where episode 7 left us off, is that episode 7 was a big build to Vegeta, because unlike in the movie, what happened in the movie is that, well, difference between movies and series is the series made it so that Vegeta is actually scared of him, or at first I thought it was more like Beerus actually did a hidden move of his, where he's able to just straight up go very fast, punch him or something, or do a acupuncture where he couldn't move, and then there you go. But on the other hand, it seems that it's more the fact of Vegeta was apparently afraid, and what's worse is that he was even more afraid to even turn to Super Saiyan 2, and it really got very, very horrible. But of course, oh my gosh, the freaking slow motion of Bulma getting pimp slapped by Beerus. It was like not 3 seconds, like maybe even a minute of freaking just seeing Bulma getting slideshows of Bulma getting slapped to the floor. Goten and Trunks actually had to catch Bulma because she was about to fly off the freaking boat. If not fly off the boat, hit the railings. So, holy freaking piss. So, that's a good build-up because now Vegeta now wants to really fight. He truly is now in it to beat the crap out of Beerus because he did something to his Bulma, which that was kind of funny. I was kind of hoping that maybe they would exaggerate a little bit more and also have him turn Super Saiyan 3. Of course, yes, I know, they're not going to allow that for some stupid reason. But, okay, sure, fine, why not? He's powerful than Super Saiyan 2. Maybe he's just Super Vegeta, whatever that crap is. Which I tried my best to actually try to play that on a video game. And I have yet to actually truly see it. I mean, I saw it in a video game once or twice. But I haven't seen it ever since, which is kind of crap. But anyways, maybe Super Vegeta 2 or some kind of crap. I don't know. But anyways, to watch this series, to not watch this series, I will actually tell you, if you want a quicker way to watch the series, just go to all the way to episode 3, then turn it off. Most likely there will be an annotation that shows you what episode you're going to start it on. And then after that, we're going to just so watch the movie. He's like, watch the movie, because that was a quick, easy go ahead. And now it's kind of like you can tell what the frick is going to happen in the series, which that's one thing I don't really like to do in a series. It's the fact of, be like, he's going to hit Boma eventually. He's going to hit Boma. They didn't even get to the bingo part. Yeah, they're skipping over that bingo situation. So, and Pilaf, even though this is a series, he only got like a little role in this instead of another one. And heck, you don't even see Gohan getting into his Super Saiyaman suit and actually doing some performance like stuff where he actually, the girl has a gun. It's like, I can understand why the girl doesn't have a gun. They were on a freaking desert island. Why the hell would she has a gun there? Well, one thing that is interesting is that we find out Boma did create technology to block the Dragon radar, so you can't even tell where the Dragon Balls are, thanks to that nice little radar blocker. That's a good job. So, yeah, like I said, you can watch the series to get a little bit more in depth on the story, but personally, and this also brings to a messed up little rant, is the fact of, if they're doing it here, how come freaking Pokemon didn't want to do it? It's like, screw Pokemon Forever. It's like, if you had a freaking damn storyline for Celebi with the GS ball and you want to can it because of that movie, look at Dragon Ball Z. Look what they're doing. This is the freaking damn movie right now. It's like, holy freak. At least you guys will be different. At least you will have the movie right there starring Celebi, and then you have another one where you talk about another Celebi. And even freaking works, because look at the freaking end of the movie. At the end of the movie, you'll see bunches of Celebis coming out of nowhere, out of time, which is like, well, doesn't that mean that since there's a bunch of freaking damn Celebis, there could be 2 different stories? No, but whatever, man. Whatever. You couldn't even spring in Pokemon Forever to have a GS ball in there so that when Celebi calls for help, that Celebi in the GS ball would be released and save that other Celebi. It's like, why the frick are you... Thank you for watching.